Hello and welcome to my guide for solo kiting on Qadim as a Rifle Deadeye. The build is similar to the standard Rifle Deadeye build. To reach crit cap while being in the spotter subgroup, you will need an assassin helmet and chest piece. The rest will be full berserker with scholar runes on your armor and force impact sigils on your weapons. Weapons will be rifle on one set with double dagger on the other set. If an additional source of boon strip is needed, you can take sword dagger instead of double dagger. For skills, you will be using the standard Rifle Deadeye skills Hide in Shadows, Assassin Signet, Shadow Gust, Mercy, and Shadow Melt. Traits will be the same as the standard build as well, however you will be taking Muck over Dagger training. Your main source of sustain is the trait Muck, which causes you to deal damage and gain life every time you steal. If this is not enough, you can also take Invigorating Precision, which converts some of your outgoing critical damage into healing. When using this build, you will most likely stay on rifle for the entire fight, for kiting, for the Pyre Guardians, and for Qadim himself. The main advantage of this build is the high potential for single target DPS. However, this comes at the cost of a very punishing rotation as well as a lack of season. This is why I will quickly show you an alternate build, which fixes those two issues at the cost of some single target DPS. The second option is very similar to the standard double dagger Deadeye build, once again taking Muck for the sustain over dagger training. The only difference in terms of traits compared to the Rifle Deadeye build will be the addition of Be Quick or Be Killed in the Deadeye trait line. Due to the extra precision from Be Quick or Be Killed, we can use full berserker. Once again we stick with scholar runes, force and impact sigil, and a rifle with double dagger. Our skills will be Hide in Shadows, Assassin Signet, Infiltration Signet, Shadow Flare, and Basilisk Venom. The major difference in terms of kiting with this build will be Quick or Be Killed, which gives you quickness every time you mark a foe, making kiting a lot easier. With this build you will be on rifle for kiting and then swapping to double dagger for the Pyre Guardians and for Qadim himself. In the following I will show you kiting on the pure rifle build. This means that I will not have access to quickness through the Be Quick or Be Killed trait. Other than that, kiting between both builds remains the same. Qadim has a set attack pattern, remembering that will be the most important part of kiting. First, let's look at each individual attack Qadim has. First will be his auto attack Fireball. Avoid this by simply standing still. Next will be Fire Wave, followed by Knockback AoE in the same direction. Avoid this by dodging the initial Fire Wave, causing the knockback to miss you as well. Third will be Fire Dance, which you can avoid by not standing on any of the lines. Lastly, he will call down a Meteor that you want to dodge. Now let's look at his attack chain during the fight. Once everybody is ready, launch yourself into Qadim to start the fight. You will mainly be using your 3 skill and your auto attacks to deal with the lava elementals. Start kneeling on one of the 2 blue platforms to position yourself correctly for a Fire Dance later. First, Qadim will do 2 auto attacks, followed by Fire Wave with the knockback, which you will have to dodge. He will do another Fireball, and then follow up by Fire Dance. He will repeat this pattern of 2 Fireballs, Fire Wave that you need to dodge, Fireball, and Fire Dance. After this, he will do 4 Fireballs, followed by Call Meteor. Once again, you will have to dodge this attack. After that, he will tether onto you. Move on to the next platform and he will follow you there. On the next platform, this pattern repeats until your team has killed the Hydra. Once the Hydra has been killed, go to your assigned pyre. Once 66% is coming up, get ready to get back towards Qadim. If you still have him marked, you can use your 3 skill onto him until you have 7 malice in order to get some extra boost. He will now repeat the same attacks as in the first phase. 2 fireballs, followed by a fire wave that you have to dodge, fireball, and fire dance. Once again, 2 fireballs, fire wave that you need to dodge, fireball, and fire dance. After that, he will once again do 4 fireballs and then call Meteor and tether onto you. Move towards the next platform with the tether and he will teleport towards you. He will continue this attack until your group has killed the destroyer. Once the destroyer has been killed, head to your assigned pyre once again. Once Qadim reaches 33%, make sure to get back on his platform. Once again, if you still have him marked, you can use your 3 skill until you are at 7 malice with him, so you can gain some extra boons. The attack pattern of Qadim will remain the same as in the first 2 phases. However, as you can see, there will now be 3 platforms that you can be on, which will matter once he gets to the teleport. Once Qadim tethers onto you, make sure that you go to the far platform. Otherwise your way back to your team will be blocked, and also if your team members get teleported after the second platform has been taken, they might get teleported into the fire. Once he tethers onto you again, head over to the third platform and repeat the same pattern as before until Zombros shows up. Once Zombros shows up, you can head over to your team and help them kill the wyverns. In this case, the team has already killed the wyverns before I appeared, so I head back to Zombros and wait for the jumping puzzle. As a final note, there might be 2 additional attacks that you might see during the fight, an extra meteor during the first phase or some ads spawning in the second phase. This means your team has failed the CC bar of the Hydra or the Destroyer respectively. While the Meteor can be dealt with, the ads from failing the Destroyer CC will most likely kill you, resulting in a wipe. And that is it for my guide on how to kite on Qadim as a Rifle Deadeye. Thanks for watching, enjoy your loot, and see you next time.